Oh dear.
Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. The auto switcher sort of works. It switched, unfortunately, to your camera. What's the
I
problem
bet
with
that
it?
was entertaining.
It was kind of dark. It's a good thing I got it. Oh, yeah, we're rolling dice tonight.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know what we're doing. I think we're following MSQ. We get to speak with
that trick
Ilbert.
never worked.
That's kind of scary, speaking with Ilbert. I don't know, something about him makes my ears tinkle. In not a good way.
Aw.
Oh, good evening, Foxfire. Welcome, welcome. We're
Yes.
just kind of mentally getting going. Oh, my paladin is really hurting, isn't it? Well, shall we go inside and talk to this strange guy who's supposedly the battle commander of the Crystal Braves?
What do you mean supposedly?
Oh, it's Alfie's organization.
Yeah. So do you think Alphina would know?
And we pretty much talked to everybody already, right?
Yeah, we did that last week.
Okay.
Which is what
Hilbert. Wow,
kept us from getting very far through this.
he's tall.
He is?
Yes, he is. For a hero, he is tall. He's like one of these half-year, half-Rogadens, isn't he?
Yeah, actually he is tall. He's like an elm or two taller than I am.
Yes, he is. I just never noticed it because normally I'm on Theron, and Theron just towers over everybody. Except for maybe a pure-blooded Rogaden. And even then, it gets dicey. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm still coughing because I'm still recovering from the thingy that I had a week ago. Yeah, the plague. So, Bert, what do you got for us?
Voice acting.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. the ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway. And if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
As you can see, I am wearing no recording devices.
Well, yeah.
We must begin by appraising General Raban of our findings. Pray meet me at the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. I have to say, though, that uniform looks really smart.
What, the blue jacket?
Yeah. It's the General Grand Company uniform, just in blue, but it's a really good shade of blue for that uniform.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, and this is a slight spoiler, kind of a bunch of people. We were much lower level, and there were a bunch of people at the max level, and this content was still rolling out.
That would have been really early in for us.
Yeah, and they were saying they were looking so forward to when the Crystal Braves Grand Company would show up.
Yeah.
So that they could purchase the jackets like you can with the other Grand Companies.
Yeah. Can't blame them.
And that's the company they wanted to be a part of, was the Crystal Braves.
Can't blame them.
No, we can't.
Now, as I recall, with the Ivy plotline, they of course follow that to an end, but it doesn't quite resolve everything, and I don't think they've ever picked it up again.
Well, it does actually resolve out.
It generally resolves out, but I think there's still a couple of things not quite resolved at the end of it.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. It has been ages since I've been through this.
Yeah, because when we initially played through AR, we got to about 47, 48, and then had to quit.
Closer to 45, but yeah.
Due to a combination of FC drama that was happening. The FC we were in was literally pulling itself to shreds over people who wanted to raid versus people who didn't want to raid. And the fact at the time, Baron and I were going through some serious RL drama, and I decided that it was more important to pay attention to the RL drama, which was dealing with Baron's dad, than it was the in-game FC drama.
Yep.
So we kind of just dropped Final Fantasy XIV for a while, and then came back in the middle of the patch section of the expansion. We came back probably...
Yeah, Stormblood was, I think, about to come out.
No, it had come out.
Okay.
And the patches were just starting to drop when we picked the game back up again. And we had actually successfully caught up to it all by the time the patch cycle ended. From base...
No.
Yeah.
No, I think Stormblood wasn't quite out when we picked it up. And then we caught up just about when Endwalker came out. I know that's when we caught up. I think Stormblood wasn't actually out when we came back.
No, it was out. One of the reasons that pulled me back in is I was kind of watching the MMO scene as a whole, and I kept hearing people saying, yeah, Stormblood is really good. This is a great time to come back. Come back for Stormblood. And it's like, okay, apparently something really good happened in game, and yeah, it did.
Now, that was more Heavensward, really.
No, it was all the Stormblood, because...
But you...
I'm trying to stop over here. Because the big advertising piece was the Warrior of Light playing fisticuffs with, Lena.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
Business? Maybe?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Excuse me.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not?
There's something I should
Lest
know
you
between you
wonder,
two.
Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
What happens in Little Alamigo stays in Little Alamigo.
Right.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Ha! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Hareband's prudence to thank for that. Still,
Excuse me, I'm going to
I
have
was
to go
glad
through
of
that
your
again.
presence. My thanks, Scion.
What
I
happened?
didn't realize I was going to go straight into the...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true, you can select here.
I'm still...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the tanking. My tanky gear sucks.
90 to 110.
Oh yeah, this is the look here. So what you think of my gauntlets? Think they're metal enough?
Yeah, I think you're ready for the blood sands.
Ah,
Oh,
ah. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. All set.
Actually, give me just a second.
Okay, and this is the ranged white mage and, or healing and casting. Let's see, all 110s.
Okay.
So casting 104, 107, and those 90s. Yeah, okay.
Did I miss a piece? Because technically I thought I should have the head for casting, and I don't?
Give me a moment here. The head for which one? Casting?
Or healing. Either casting or healing. But the only headpiece
Yeah, that
I
would've been
have
the-
is for tanking, so did I skip one?
You might have. Though
Ooh.
I thought you took the casting one for that. Even
Oh,
Star Hat?
Which I might have thrown in the glamour chest because, of course, it doesn't show for casting.
No.
But yeah, I'll probably want casting because it's actually kind of a neat glam, if not a little silly.
Yes.
Okay, Ilbert, what do you got for us?
Back and forth. Elbert is eager to continue his investigation into the Garlean spy known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Raising Stones and report to Commander Leveler.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie lookie.
Go here, go there, go here,
Yes.
go there.
And hi Doodles.
Hello, Doodles! I have big metal gauntlets and a bikini. I am ready to tank.
Oh yes. I mean, it'll work. I mean, the creature will take a look at you, say, "Oh, soft and squishy." Pow! Oh, what hit me? You'll never see those gauntlets coming.
Yeah, well. They're very metal.
Yes, yes, they are.
Ooh, foggy. Though, looking at this bikini top, well, it's very much a bikini top that works well for, smaller women. I really wonder how Rena is staying in hers. It looks like a fashion accident about in progress.
No, no, no. No problems. No problems at all.
Fashion
You did remember
malfunction.
the glue, right?
Yeah, super glue. Super glue does wonders for this type of thing. Yeah, super glue, double taste, face tape. Spirit glue is the other one. Spirit
And that's
gum.
more what I was thinking of, the spirit gum.
There's entire videos out there on how women can use effectively clear packing tape to tape themselves up for dresses that have, like, no back. So you can't wear something. Because backless corsets are a misnomer and functionally useless.
Yes. Shoot, who was the costume designer on the original Star Trek?
Oh, I don't remember their name.
Oh.
They did a great job, though. He
Yeah.
came up with some
Need more of his stuff because, of course, you know, like the one costume that was described by, and at the time, I kind of mentioned it to you, said, yeah, I think I know which one she was talking about. Because, of course, the description is a lot of the female costumery in the series was of the will she or won't she variety.
Yes.
Will she or won't she fall out of it? And there's this one particular one that... Wow, the place is kind of emptied out a bit.
Oh, Dewari's still here.
Yep.
Dewari.
One particular one where, like, everyone on the technical side and the other actors were going, is this going to work? And apparently the lady was just, no, this is one of the best and most comfortable outfits I've ever seen.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and
you
he
can do
did.
amazing stuff. One of the things to keep in mind with that style of wear is a lot of people are like, corsetry has gone away. No one uses corsetry anymore. No, actually, corsetry is alive and well. It's actually sewn into the actual high-end couture garments as part of their structural foundation, which is why you can get away with, like, not wearing brassieres and undergarments, because it's all sewn into a single garment.
Yep.
Dewari?
Okay. Many of my countrymen are skilled with bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the brave cause. I only hope we can be of some small assistance. That seems familiar. We've had some guys moving around, but... Now let's check Tataru.
Oh, Tataru,
Nope,
what are you up
that's
to?
what it was before.
Yeah, she's still in the
But I
panic.
fear I've been overrun.
How about Flahaman?
Yeah, I thought there was 3 here before, but maybe it was just these 2 at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. These
There
should be the
was
same.
initially 3 because Y'shtola was here.
Yeah, but I think then they shifted to just the 2 of them. And those sound familiar. And Thancred was watching them, and he's now gone.
Yeah, all the...
And Huzan and Coltene and Hori are all in the same places. So I think everyone who's talkable is the same, it's just we're missing some of the talkables.
Yeah, all the Scions are gone.
Yeah. At least the main Scions.
Yeah,
Since Coltene and Hori Boulder technically count.
Yes, they do. But yeah, Papalimo and Yida are gone.
Yep.
Stola and Thancred are gone. And of course, Urianje's still hanging out at the Waking Sands.
Okay.
Fino?
Orsini. And probably voicing. No, we have dropped out of voice acting. Why? Why now?
Usually
so
when they
well.
drop out of voice acting is because they have major line shifts depending on where you are in the story and also what you've completed and if you played through 1.0.
Yeah.
They didn't bother voicing things that had multiple branches. Or
Major
severe
branches,
multiple
but
branches.
there shouldn't be anything like that here.
Ilbert?
Hey. We returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you're the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Alianne of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation.
Ilbert?
Oh. You're the best chance we have of rescuing our comrade. I shall pray for your success.
Alfie!
Alianne of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to the Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation.
Okay, off to the Tangle! Do you think I'm dressed for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Less to clean.
I'm just worried about, I don't know, getting stuck in a thorn bush?
Yeah, well.
Being bad-breathed?
Always. But like I said, less to clean.
By the way. Wondered where you were, Marshmallow? Actually,
Cleaning.
Peeps. Marshmallow is here all the time.
Yes.
It's Peeps who was off cleaning.
Yeah, and they did do the original design for PNG, which unfortunately was a little over-ambitious of a design. Because there was basically an understructure rigging to make it all fit right. which was uncomfortable and was throwing out crepes. I am not having a good night.
Neither is this mud puppy.
Nope.
He decided to pick on the wrong bun.
Always.
Yeah, the big problem with under structure corsetry is you have to fit it right. And for something like a TV
Oh, this
production,
wasn't corsetry. That's the problem, or a large part of the problem. It was a separate rigging from the clothing.
oh boy. Yeah.
And it was throwing out Patrick Stewart's back.
I believe it. Sounds like it. Yeah.
And that's why they went to the new design in season 3.
You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, warriors of light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garlands fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Eorzea and hauling her away to Castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garlands may be interrogating Eorzea. Worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bonds that bind us are stronger than any mithril. None of us will stand by while a captive suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Eorzea before it's too late.
Nope, they don't get to talk to the other one. Oops.
Yeah. Well, stupid mud puppy, I killed you once. That was the wrong button.
That wasn't.
But yeah, that type of rigging and corsetry in general, it has to be made per the individual. It must be a bespoken item. You can't just pick one up off the shelf and expect it. I'm going the wrong way. Okay.
Failed.
Yes, I am. And expect it to fit perfectly on a whole bunch of people. It just doesn't work.
Well, I believe they were all specifically tailored, including the underrigging, but it was something that just put a lot of strain on the back.
Oh, it wants to be
And
up
yeah,
there.
Jonathan Frakes had problems with it too. Okay, how did you sneak in here without a flying chocobo? Or okay, this is actually going into rescue rush.
Yeah,
Direct.
here's Resh,
Da.
and
Yep.
she's a hurting.
Or she's supposed to be captured.
Oh, she is bound.
Okay. I just expect her to be in a cell.
Here, my bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, where am I? Eorzea, thank gods we found you. And thank you, warriors of light. Now to quit this accursed place. Eorzea cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you two to provide one? Given your reputations, I suspect the Garlands will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we're in. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls.
The only thing is talking about creating a diversion here with the two of us dressed as we are. All I can think of is the bit from the towards the beginning of Dominion, the OAV series.
Yeah. Oh, we just dated ourselves.
Hold on, get back here.
Huh?
There's people to talk to.
Oh, right. Resh cannot move with these wounds. She will need to be carried out, and for that to work, we require some manner of diversion. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls.
Let's get out of here. All of that for that.
And poor Resh.
Some wine.
No, not Marshmallow Resh. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Let's do this!
And good, Foxfire. You've shown you have taste. So personally, I always thought most of Dominion was kind of okay, though No More Noise was great. I wish he'd done a sequel to that.
Helps if I have tank stance on.
I wouldn't need that for. Big guy right in front of me. Thank you.
That's fun. Now go get our second one. Yeah, we have a friend in the FC. He was talking at one point. One of the things a lot of people don't understand is it is both myth and fact that tight lacing corsets can wind up getting you into severe health problems. It's fact in the fact that, yes, it will wind you up into some severe health problems. It is myth if you think that most women actually wore tight-laced corsets.
Okay.
Throughout most of history.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, a friend of ours, his SO at the time, decided to attend Ren Fair, purchased a corset online, and then tight-laced it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Who is this?
I'm purposely not wanting to state names,
Okay.
to be fair.
Yeah.
And they ended up having to cut their SO out of the corset
Okay, I think I remember this now.
halfway through the fair because they were literally having problems breathing. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, yeah, one, it's not a bespoken corset. Two, you tight-laced it. These are all casters, aren't they?
Yeah, signifers.
Yeah, we have another mutual friend who asked a friend to tighten up her corset a little during the middle of a fair, and her friend went and tight-laced it so badly that it actually physically moved things instantly. And now they have a higher chance for larynx cancer.
Oh. Yeah.
It's like, don't tight-lace your corsets.
And hello, Octi. Glad to see you. Not so glad to see you, Mr. Mud Puppy. Don't interrupt again.
He is thinking about it, I can tell. I've awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, a Commander Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levia. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones.
And away from the mud puppy. You go, girl.
But at the same time, if you don't tight lace your corset and have it properly bespoken style, there were women who were quite happily part of, like, tuba bands.
Yeah.
In full corsets. So, yeah.
Use for the use.
Not the other use. At some point, I want to actually sew up a corset. I've actually got a pattern for it. I will not be doing the pattern straight. I will be doing a proper fitting.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like I need a few more sewing skill points before I try.
Fair enough. And all
Most
this
people
looks
are
about
still in the same place.
Alphino is waiting patiently.
We report, Master Commander Olivia.
Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude.
Not a problem. Always happy to participate in rescue missions.
Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Ladonia, Rena, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Coerthus.
In this bikini?
Sorry.
Oh.
I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready.
But... You're not going to provide me with a new chess piece, are you?
Let's see, I'm trying to remember. Was I saying casting?
I'm going
or...
casting, because...
I think I was saying casting earlier.
Because the casting suit is actually a really good suit, though it's very silly. And it's worth getting for glamour. And while you could purchase these suits elsewhere in the game, it's kind of a butt to do so.
Right.
When you're ready.
5?
Checking gear.
Getting it swapped out.
Yeah, I think mine is just going straight into the glam chest. Yep. Straight into the glam chest.
Well, the new stuff is 110 and I'm on 90s generally.
Well, I started as Red Mage, and they give you effectively gray stuff that's equal to the top level of 50.
Yeah.
So mine's going
I
in
am
the glam
slowly
chest.
getting myself off of the 90s. Coming to terms. Well, hello there. Good to see you. Jerk fin soup. So this will be tanking, Lancer, and melee legs. So Lancer or tank for me. An influential Ishgardian wishes to meet the Warrior of Light, and Alphino would like nothing more than to oblige him. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sarah Merrick, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sarah Merrick wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Coerthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with a stroke of the pen than the thrust of a sword.
Checking with Alfie again.
If my many adventures in diplomacy have taught me anything, it is the importance of humoring those who have something one wants. Not every victory is won on the battlefield, my friend. It is the lot of legendary heroes to be paraded about from time to time.
Right. You just want to parade me about because, yeah, bikini.
You're very paradable. You're very paradable.
Yes, I am.
So, I want to check here. So this is pants for Warrior, which is at 90 and 110, or Dragoon, which is 90 and 109, so probably Dragoon.
Yeah, I miss going to Ren Fairs. I actually used to work Ren Fairs.
Yep.
Back in high school, college. The main Ren Fair in our area currently is actually a pretty big one, but it has the severe disadvantage of being in a park full of oak trees that I am highly allergic to. So, yeah.
Yes, the Ren Fair will try to kill you. Where are you going?
Oh! We need to speak to Menphilia. I thought we were off to Camp Dragonhead!
No, we have to get permission first.
Oh.
Good thing I can see what you're doing, even if the reverse is no longer true.
Sorry!
Not your fault.
Hey, Menphilia, what you got for us? A meeting
That's
with
what
an
we have for
Ishgardian
her.
ambassador. By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activities of late. If Alphino believes your presence may be of help to him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him.
Antecedent, I take it Ladonia and Rena have explained the situation.
She has. Yet, welcome these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now?
Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine. Ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance, formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was shrouded at the Battle of Silvertear's skies.
since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders.
They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not?
Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction.
I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths.
The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more.
Indeed. You may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead. Our old friend Lord Harchifon is expecting us.
Can I borrow one of those Crystal Braves overcoats? I think I'm gonna need it.
Nah. Just go there as you are. You'll soon be as blue as the overcoat.
You're not helping.
Since our request to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause.
Oh, right, we're meeting overly friendly Harchifont, and not, sexual harassment lawsuit waiting to happen Harchifont.
Now.
Man, that's a translation change. I thought I knew but little of Sir Merrick. I have faith that Alphino's efforts are about to bear fruit. Yeah, the original Japanese and the French versions of Harchifont are, yeah. Oh, everyone's moved!
French.
Yes, they're very French. Everyone's moved. Let's start with Thancred.
Ida? Oh. Where is he? Ah, there he is.
Yeah, he's over by the bookshelf.
Ballads of bloody battles, valiant knights, heroic sacrifice. Trite fare, but who am I to question the preferences of Ishgardian noblewomen? Oh, really?
Stola? The keys to successful negotiations is discerning the other party's motives. And the key to that is a comprehensive understanding of the circumstances past and present. Papalaimo?
We cannot send this to Gridania. The figures are all wrong. And for the love of the 12, you misspelled the Elder Seatseer's name. Oh dear.
Oh dear. If you're going to be such a stickler to details, why not write it yourself? Okay,
He
fair
prefers
point.
to do dictation.
Tataru?
Oh,
But if
no.
I were to become successful, the reward would be far exceed anything I could ever earn as a miner.
Tataru, have you been mining on the sly without telling us?
Yes. Yes, she has. And we
Yes.
missed it.
I know.
The fortunes of a songstress rise and fall with the whims of the crowd. Earning the favor of a wealthy patron or two might ameliorate the risk, 'tis true, but such relationships carry risks of their own. Oh dear.
Tataru, you are not idle material.
No, you are not. You have other more important skills to call upon. Hosean?
Doman's fighting alongside the Crystal Braves. I wager there will be no shortage of volunteers eager to exact vengeance on our common foe.
Hey, Gary? Their expertise in covert operations would serve them well in the battle against the Empire, 'tis true. And yet, I can't help but shrink from the talk of the more fighting. We understand, girl. Dwari?
We honed our skills in the fight to protect our country. Though our land may be lost, our people abide. We must unite against the Empire. Let them see that Doma is not so easily defeated. Okay, you two.
Ori?
Lady Tataru asked me to accompany her on her latest mining expedition, as a guard, you understand. But the moment she set eyes on that cobra, she ran back at full pelt. It's all I could do to keep up. Do I truly inspire so little confidence?
Oh,
Tataru, we need to have a talk.
it's okay, Hori. You did fine.
Yeah, it's not you, it's her.
Lullafels have this thing about not wanting to be other things' food, and they're so small and cute. How can you blame them? It's actually true. If you read some of the description, they apparently are considered the #1 foodstuff for, like, drakes and Amulja and Pultane?
Forgive me, but I cannot talk at the moment. I'm in the midst of meditations to fortify my etheric flow.
Okay.
Okay, we'll leave you alone.
You can
We'll
flow
go be
away.
distracting somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because boy, are we distracting.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be cold. You're probably not gonna be much better.
I'm trying not to think about it too hard.
You want to throw a fireball this way? What is it? Fire Ga, which is the AoE version. Fire Raga.
Or Firaga.
Firaga?
Yeah.
I'm kind of bad that they didn't use that
I know.
nomenclature for the US version. Apparently, the English translation is the only one that doesn't use the nomenclature. I wonder if it's because they were confusing all the non-FF people. Or thought they would. So instead we get Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3.
Yep.
Fire 4. Fire 4 effect!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the fluffy little caracals.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they just adorable? Don't tell that to Theron!
We should tell him all about it.
He still has nightmares.
Yeah? I think that's what she always says.
The arms of House Fortomps is a unicorn. Erased and wreathed in thorns. The unicorn is unique to Querthus, but there are hardly any to be found in these parts. A shame. Do you like the shield on my back? The painter did excellent work, I feel. I do like the unicorn's horn. And yes, she does
Yeah,
have
it
a
is a
unicorn.
good design.
Someone is apparently making backpacks of Harchifont's shield.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's about as bad as you expect it to be.
Ah, Ladonia. Ever a welcome sight. Especially in this costume, I'm sure. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. Ah, he thought about us and our bikinis. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes.
Really?
Ah,
Alphino? Struggle in cold climes! Have you seen Old Charlian?
admittedly, it's not as cold as here. Ah, good Master Alphino. An honor as always. Likewise, Lord Harchifon. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House for Tom may even seek the aid of your newly formed crystal graves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand. Sarah and Merrick arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you an entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I believe we best proceed to the intercessory forthwith. You ready for more cold?
I'm just
You'll
gonna...
find the entrance to the intercessory outside. It's just around the corner to the right. Speak with the guard stationed there when you're ready to begin the meeting.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah.
I need to warm my buns!
Yep. We need warmer buns.
Yes, we do! A little warmer. Okay, I think I can do this. Let's go, before I cool down.
Going through the snow in these sandals is not helping.
No.
We have been expecting you, madam. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. Yes, get me in there. It's gotta be warmer.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
Maybe my goosebumps?
Your ears.
It
Your
does
ears
indeed,
tower
Lord
over everyone
Commander.
else.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was
we
I
have a
to learn
stalker?
that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, can I have this tanking pants, breeches, mini skirt thing? My legs are cold! I can't feel my toesies!
Give me a minute here.
Slightly better. Maybe. Are you sure that's an upgrade? Because you're... Look... No, it's just the top you're in. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
It was a 90. Just went to 110.
My
And
toes
that
are
got
still
me
cold.
an item level.
Okay, Alpha now.
The Intercession of Saints. And this will be the ranged, healing, and casting.
Go for the casting.
We'll see how my healing looks in comparison. Recent developments have given Alphino much to consider. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Horchifant and find out what he has learned. I suppose that counts as warmer.
Well, considering what I was wearing before, yeah, it's warmer. I'll count it as warmer.
So yeah, I'm on 30 with 105 and or 90, and I'm on 90 with 107. So yeah, I'll be going for casting.
Trust me, you want the casting set for glamours, if nothing else.
I want the gear ups.
Alfie?
We must needs find the heretics and... no, it will avail us not to rush. Let us hear what Lord Harjafan has to say first.
Tacturn Temple Knight.
Yes.
I've come here to hear Lord Falchifon speak, not you. Yeah, she's
He?
Tacturn.
Rude. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless, and in the instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as swiftly as they had appeared, they were gone.
It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route. Knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume.
Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush would be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Harshavon had said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You two have a knack for discerning hidden truths. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? While Alphino stays here and stays warm. Got it.
Lucky!
An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings.
So off to Boulder Downs.
Hold on a moment. I shall remain in Camp Dragonhead for now. Should you learn aught of interest, pray return at once. My men are conducting their own investigation at present. Follow the road south toward Mordona, and you shall find them and the wagon in due time. You have anything more to say?
It takes but one pair of loose lips.
Yeah, but there weren't any ships to sink.
Eorzea will keep us warm.
Mm-hmm.
As she quickly flies through the brisk Coerthus air.
Yeah, which is currently going through us.
This is just me, or is it cold in here?
I was hoping it was just me.
I'm sorry to disappoint. Yeah, that looks like an overturned Dwayne.
Yep. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Eh? Lord Harshavon bid you speak with us. And you must be... Beg your pardon, scions. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Dipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much.
Oh, can't all be heroes.
Flyers, Fly to somewhere warm.
Work! I think she's trying.
Yeah. And complaining that she was counting on us to keep her warm.
Yeah, well, I think he's up here.
Don't think so.
No?
No. Because this is used in a different quest chain. They can't afford to have it overlap.
No? He's definitely in one of these buildings. Maybe he's up here. Yep, here he is.
Yeah.
Orb chocobos, come here and get your mother henning.
Mm-hmm. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same. Why else would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear. She leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumbled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. Tried to fight, but took a blow to the head. By the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Ice Heart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. To hear them speak, they truly believe they can resurrect Shiva. But that can't be possible, can it? It can't. Yeah, we are just going all over the place.
Yes, we are. Zoom!
No rest for the weary chocobo.
I will agree with that, Foxfire. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just survive. And no one will blame you for it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Move over.
Why, you're dressed warmer.
My buns are still cold.
Okay, let's get through this.
Coerthus. Yes, Coerthus.
Coerthus. Ah, turned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of?
Have you not read a single line of the Intrition, Master Alphino?
Well, certainly I haven't.
Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostolite who laid down with dragons.
Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scriptures so well, particularly when it concerns patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Harchifon? Was that what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals.
Oh no.
Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals?
I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harjafon, would you agree that discretion is of paramount concern?
Of course. Never mind the room full of knights who can overhear all of this. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you. Though I'm sure you would not miss this for the world.
Give me the even star types. The only fishnet stockings in the game.
Oh, really?
Yes!
What about the bunny suits?
True fishnets.
Give me a minute. Okay then. Kinda.
It works. Alfie?
Well, that was the end of a quest. And it's approaching 11.
Do you want to go somewhere warmer?
Well, at least over to the fireplace.
Okay, we'll go warm our buns by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's as close as I'm gonna get. Too bad I don't have the shiver emote. So yeah, plot thickens. We're heading over to deal with Lady Heisart while warming our buns. Because it's cold in Corythus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully next week I will be able... I think this opens up the next dungeon, doesn't it?
We have a few quests to go.
Yeah, but we're really close.
Well, we got about halfway from the start of the patch to the dungeon. So it might be first thing 2 weeks from now. At this rate.
We'll see.
Yeah.
No, we're still debating on what to do about binding Quaila Bahamut, since we need to do the last bit of that. And that's
Hopefully
when
we
all the shite hits the fan.
Yeah.
Looking it
Record
up.
it for later. No, just record it for later stuff. At a time when, someone who can help us through might be on.
Possible.
We might have to do that.
Yeah, be a little late for action. I know Tay's willing
Yeah.
to try, but they're kind of rusty.
Yeah, I'd kind of prefer to have both of them in that case.
Well, what we could do...
For one thing, even if you know exactly what you're... well, no, that's the other one. That one's not so tough. So, yeah. Even
remember
with Tay, I think we could do it. We just might need a couple of tries.
Well, the other possibility is we take Tay in with our big boys to teach them what the mechanics are before doing the big run on air.
Yeah.
So... I'm not surprised on that one, Foxfire. One of the best names I've seen recently was actually over on the JP server. Awesome little Lalafell. What's for dinner? That one cracked me up. Oh,
I can
and
imagine.
this morning when I was on Occam's Edgelord, I actually got complimented by the name. Apparently it cracked the person up immensely.
Okay, then.
Like, thank you for getting my joke. I like Occam's Edgelord. We all can't be edgelords. But doesn't mean we can't try. But yeah, he's about a third of the way through Heavensward currently. And that's
Occam's
after taking a very long break.
Yeah.
In any case, it is that time! Dun dun dun. Time for this bun over here to turn into a pumpkin. Poof.
Yes.
We are hoping we will be back next week with Talon and Theron and Rylea and another attempt at Palace of the Dead.
Yeah.
Sorry that
Floor
didn't,
101.
yeah, sorry that didn't go well.
It's at least as much my fault as anything.
Yeah, we should have been able to take that camera. But, yeah, it happened. We do not complain. We just pick ourselves up and throw us back down the hole again.
Something like that, yes.
And, of course, we'll be back on Sunday with the buns. Until then, you guys have a great week. Be safe, be well. Hope to see you on Saturday, starting at 9:30 Pacific.
Yes. Okay, everyone have a great night and a good week.
Yeah. Good night, all.